Hello, I'm going to do the Capricorn energy reading, and this may or may not resonate with you. If it does, take what does. If it does not, leave what does not. Also, I wanted to thank everyone for your likes and wonderful comments on my community page where I posted a clue as to what I have been up to. Lots more to come. I'm definitely excited about that. Okay, so let's see what's going on with Capricorn. Capricorn. All right, we have the Siddhi, which is number 14, and that is Temperance. And the Siddhi is actually the little fairies here that are helping her to create her potion, which is the little fairy there is whispering in her ear, giving her some advice, helping her in her direction. So I feel like that's, to me, I almost feel like that's the universe. Like you have your helpers around you. That's what I believe in. And if you don't, that's fine. But for me, I feel like there's like the universe, or there's, whatever it is that you believe in that is helping you to move forward. That's kind of whispering in your ear. That's, helping you along the way on your journey. And it's about, are you willing to listen to that? Are you able to tune into that and being able to hear those or see those things that help to motivate you to move forward and make your whatever that is, whatever this, she's making a potion here, but whatever this potion represents for you, whether it's your relationships or your business or your life or your happiness or your day-to-day, whatever this represents for you. And I feel like the universe is always giving you those clues and those helps and those signs, to encourage you to move forward and create your dreams, right? That brew that she could be, brewing could be just your wishes and your dreams. It could be your 9 of Cups that you're making, that you're taking action to make come true, right? And then we have the High Priest, number 5, and that is the Hierophant. And that is that belief, right? Whatever your beliefs are, whatever you feel grounds you. And he's making a potion here too, right? He's stirring things. This is the Green Witch Tarot, by the way, if you're interested. So it's, again, I feel like we have the sun, which is shining down on that, on the potion, and he has his hand out and he's reaching out, and to feel the warmth of the sun and the energy that's around you. And the Hierophant is that those beliefs, that stability, people that you can rely on, people that you trust. I feel like it's very grounding energy. And then we have the Queen of Swords. And she is someone who thinks things through, who finds solutions. She's kind of just pruning her flowers there, and she's thinking. You can kind of tell that she's thinking, and she's, has all her different, I'm not sure, what is that laid out there? I don't know, maybe leaves or stems, or I'm not really sure what it is, but she kind of has things laid out. And I feel like she's deep in thought, right? It could be just thinking about your dreams and what do you want to make happen? What is your 9 of Cups? What do you want to have happen? We have the Lord of Shadows, which is the Death card. And that's, sometimes we have to let go of those things that we feel are holding us back. But the Death card is also about transformation and change, right? We have 2 of Pentacles, which is about balance, and he's balancing 2 different things here. But there's a lot of clouds here, but it looks like the sun is starting to clear and it's starting to come through. And are there different areas of your life that needs more balancing? Do you feel something is not balanced? And then we have the Knight of Wands, and she's headed towards the village. She's making some changes in her life, and I feel like that's what this is here, is making those changes in your life. What is it that makes you happy? And start getting into those things that make you happy and that makes you feel grounded, and that gives you that energy to, enjoy each day? And are you holding on to things that you have to let go of? And then we have the wishing well here. And I feel like that's, what are your wishes and your dreams, and making those come true? And is there something that feels off balance in your life? And are there some things that you need to change? Are there things that you need to look into? Are there things that need to be rearranged? And then at the bottom of the deck, we have the Page of Pentacles, and the page is young energy, and there's a young boy there with his dog, and he's kind of learning how to make that pentacle, right? He's kind of putting that magic in that pentacle, and he's trying things and working things out. And it almost feels like, I feel like when you start to go on new adventures, right? When you start to make things happen for yourself, and when you start to do those things that fulfill you, it's a new feeling, it's a young feeling, it's an exciting feeling. Sometimes it can be overwhelming and it can be scary, but it's almost like a good one, right? That kind of gets your blood flowing, and that gets your juices going, because you're like, wow, I'm doing something that's really a lot of fun. Even if you have to, you have to still do those same things that you were doing, because that's part of your life. But if you have this time where you can focus on something that really makes you happy and makes you excited, that gives you that energy to deal with the other parts of your life. And then, if possible, to spend more time doing what it is that makes you happy, whether that's a business or, having more time to yourself to rejuvenate, regenerate, and get your energy back. And I feel like it gives you a whole new feeling and perspective on life. It's through a whole new set of eyes, right? All right. Look at that. Ace of Pentacles. Aces is a new beginning. Pentacles can represent, finances, right? So it could be a new business. It could be a career change, which I've been saying that a lot for Capricorn. I feel like, sorry, Capricorn is kind of exploring new possibilities, new businesses, and the King of Pentacles is somebody who's very good at business. And I feel that, I'm not saying other signs aren't, but I feel that, Capricorn is very down to earth and level-headed and is good at business, because they kind of look at all the different, starting a business is a lot. There's a lot to it. It's not just the product, but it's all the behind the scenes things that can become overwhelming. And it's about thinking of all those things and kind of thinking ahead and figuring out what's going to work best. And I feel like for Capricorn, I feel like there's a lot of opportunities for Capricorns to start their own businesses or look into those, career changes, because they are leaders. Every sign is a leader. I'm not saying anything less against other signs, but I do feel that Capricorn, because they're so grounded, which they're an earth sign, that they're good at leading, right? And I feel like Capricorns are finally able to come into that role versus before, when I feel like it was just kind of trying to get through the day and dealing with emotional things, that I feel like now Capricorn's kind of coming into that role of being a leader and business and finances and those kind of things. I'm a Capricorn sun and a Capricorn rising, so I feel like, and other Capricorns that I've spoken with, like they're the same way, is that it was kind of just trying to deal with the emotional stuff before and get through all of that, and now it's like coming into your own, where you're almost branching off into a new area of your life. But I feel like with this Five of Pentacles is temporary hardship, but I also feel like, that it's kind of feeling like you're alone and you're by yourself, but I feel like that's something that it's coming into your own, right? Your own Ace of Pentacles, whatever that represents to you, right? That I feel like it's that feeling empowered, right? Feeling empowered that you are in control of things and letting go of those things that are on your back. And that's what I was saying before, is about those kind of things that you are carrying and holding on to the past, that you're finally able to let those things go. And tens are completion, so letting those go and almost seeing what are those things that you're carrying on your back, because sometimes we're like, we have all these things that we're carrying around, but we don't even realize it. And I feel like that kind of goes back to the Two of Pentacles, balancing things out and getting into that happy, fun right? Carefree energy too, because I feel like when you focus on things that make you happy and you do those things that make you happy, you feel more carefree. You feel like the stress just kind of melts away. And, you know, whatever that may be, it doesn't have to be that you actually have to go out and do something. It could just be making a puzzle. My mom loves doing puzzles, and she sent me a text message the other day, you know, showing me the puzzle that she completed. And, you know, puzzles have always made her happy because it's, you know, it doesn't have to be anything big or something huge, something that makes you happy, right? That gives you that more carefree energy, right? To fall into that. The Hangman, which I love, as you know, is my favorite card because it's about stopping, taking a step back and looking at things from a different perspective and seeing things differently through different eyes, especially when you start to pursue those things that make you happy and you feel that lighter energy. And letting go of those things. The Hangman is, you know, there's things falling out of his pockets, but he doesn't really care. He's not trying to grab them. He's like just letting them go because those weren't doing him any good. And especially with that being below the death card, because you know, the death card is you're holding on to something that's stopping your forward progress. And I feel like being in the Hangman energy, you're able to see that. We have Five of Swords, not letting what other people say bother you, right? Not letting what other people have to say, because these people are kind of, they're laying down behind him, and he's, you know, he has all of his swords, and he's moving forward, and he's not letting what other people have to say bother him. And that could be going with that Two of Pentacles, where you're feeling more balanced because you're like, I'm not going to keep worrying about what other people have to say. For some, it could be that like that is important, what they have to say, but it's also you have to take into consideration as to what is important for you. It's not, you know, sometimes always listening to what other people have to say can hinder our progress and what it is that you want to do. And then we have the Nine of Wands, which is, you know, kind of moving in a new direction. And I feel like that's almost like what you're thinking about, right? The Seven of Pentacles is kind of you're going along, you're doing something, and then you're stopping and you're looking back and you're kind of thinking things over about what had went on. And I feel like that's kind of you, as you're kind of looking towards your past and saying, you know, what are those things that I can do? Like, I feel like you're ready for change. I feel like you're ready for some changes. Like I said, it doesn't have to be anything big, anything huge. It could just be a little bit at a time that kind of builds into something bigger. And it's a new feeling, right? Because it's like, wow, I'm focusing on me. I'm doing those things that make me happy. I'm feeling lighthearted. I'm feeling like I'm not carrying this burden anymore. I'm seeing things from a different set of eyes, a new perspective. And I feel like that's really exciting. And I feel like that's what people have to... you know, who are wanting to grow and learn. I feel like it's being open to all of the possibilities and seeing things differently and not letting what other people have to say affect them, because sometimes we may want to do something and someone may say something and then we stop doing it, but then there's like this emptiness inside because you're like, oh, I really wanted to try that. But I feel like, you know, sometimes you just have to try things and learn from it. And if it fails, then it's like, okay, pick yourself up and then we try something different. But it's like that always trying, right? And not giving up. And then at the bottom of the deck, we have the King of Cups. And the King of Cups is kind of just letting things go, letting things flow. Sometimes things can get choppy, right? Because with all the waves crashing there, sometimes things can get crazy. But it's like knowing that you can handle it. Like, okay, I can deal with it. You know, I'm not going to like it, but I'll deal with it and I'll persevere and I'll keep pushing forward because I have this positive thing, because I have this whatever this represents to you, that good thing, that I can look forward to that, or I can get into that energy, or I can do that. That makes me happy. So I definitely feel like it's a process here that you're going through, and it's a new feeling, which is definitely exciting. All right, so let's close out with a fortune reading card. You know, again, up here with the two pots that they're brewing, what is that, right? I feel like that. What is it that you're brewing? What is it that you want to have happen? Judgment. Soul searching will bring inner peace to many areas of your life. Soul searching, again, what makes you happy? What motivates you? What keeps you going? What excites you? What makes you feel lighthearted and happy and fun, right? What gives you the Six of Cups energy where you're just feeling like a kid again and having fun. And then we have the diary here where that person's writing those things down. And sometimes that, like just writing things down, it doesn't even have to make any sense. It could just be sentences. It could be words. It could be, just feelings that you have, and writing those down. And sometimes when you actually see those, something will click, like a light bulb will go off, and you're like, you know what? I've always wanted to explore this, or I've always wanted to try this, or, this makes me happier. And sometimes just journaling will make you happy, right? Because you're releasing all of those things, right? You're releasing that 10 of Wands, and you're letting go of those things, and you're writing them down on paper, and you're able to release them from, it's almost like how like when you have a lot of chores that you have to do, and so you write Post-it notes everywhere. Because you're like, okay, I've got it out of my head. I've written it down, so I know that, okay, this Post-it note, I have to get this. Or you write your grocery list, and you're like, instead of trying to remember all of the groceries that you need, then you write it down on a list. Although sometimes you forget your list at home, but that's okay. You at least got it out of your head, right? So that you're not having that swirling around your head that you need, okay, milk and eggs and bread and, whatever it is that you need. So it's almost like writing the diary down is like, if you have all these ideas and these thoughts, is to write those down, right? And get those out. And then when you have time to really sit down and go through it, you can do that, or you can add to it, right? Or you can take some things away, and you can kind of see that and work with that. So I feel like that's a good thing. That's, sometimes that just helps. And writing that happiness down and then actually seeing it kind of gives you that good feeling. It's like, okay, yeah, like I'm not only thinking it, but I'm writing it and I'm seeing it. So it's like another action that you can take that will motivate you to get in that energy. All right. Thank you so much for watching. As always, stay positive, stay safe, and I will see you next time.